All right, everybody. What's up? Oh, that is actually really annoying. Hold on. I gotta turn down the actual announcers that are like in my head. What's up, everybody? Good evening. Apparently, our game has already kicked off, but it's not on the normal channel, so we need to go find it. But welcome in. Happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully, it is Monday, right? Hopefully, everybody was able to get a nice start to their week, so to speak. All right, where is it? Upcoming. How do I watch just the channels? Where's Network Extra? Homes, videos, replays. Oh my God, channels here. There we go. All right, it's like buried at the bottom of the ESPN app. There we go. Yo, it's Duke time. Florida State, the Florida State game is still on. I hadn't really realized that Florida State was like 0 and 4, which I suppose is like a far cry from where they used to be. But talk about 0 and 4 teams. Apparently Louisville is now also 0 and 4. Rip Nolan Smith, and that going on over there. I saw a tweet earlier today, basically said Nolan Smith is the best point guard at Louisville, which is actually kind of sad. But all right, here we go. I guess we're getting ready to kick this thing off tonight. So yeah, good game the other night. I mean, it was, to be fair, was a slow start, but let's be real. Like Delaware hit some shots, right? So Lively going to start. And it's going to be Roach, Filipowski, Lively, Proctor, and Mitchell. Actually, I kind of like this starting lineup. It's a bit of a difference from what we've seen in the past, right? No Ryan Young in here. And Filipowski's going to take a really tough jump shot there. And I have a feeling that is really not his game. That is not his game. Yeah. So it looks like, yeah, Lively will take the starting minutes from Ryan Young, which I suppose is pretty much to be expected. And Bellarmine here on its first possession. Champions, by the way, of the Atlantic Sun, although they're apparently not allowed to go to the NCAA tournament because they're still transitioning from D2 to D1, and so they weren't able to get that automatic bid. But interestingly enough, let's see. Mitchell over to Filipowski. He's going to go for three, and that is Filipowski's shot. Three from almost dead center. And we have broken this one open here. Yeah, Florida State's going to get their first win of the year, I know. All right, so Filipowski hitting for three, and Bellarmine's actually going to respond from three, too. Garrett Tipton. And that will be. Actually, I saw that it was the stat that Bellarmine was hitting like 60. Okay, so Bellarmine has already played two ACC teams, right? They've beat Louisville 67 to 66, and then they played Clemson. And Proctor's three is no good, although it looked decently online. And then they lost to Clemson, and they were shooting like 60 something percent from three in both of those games. So, you know, for Bellarmine to face another ACC opponent, although Cameron is a different beast, but this is an interesting backdoor cut there from Sutter. Although Bellarmine has to reset. They only have 5 seconds on the shot clock. And this is going to be a deep three from Tipton, and it's an air ball. And the Cameron Crazies are going to let him have it. I love how you call it Louisville. how what? How else do you pronounce it? Louis? It's not Louisville. I I live 3 exits away from Bellarmine. Their gym is the size of applied for PT school there. Oh, that's interesting. So, fun fact, right? They have this mascot of a knight, which apparently is called Valor. I thought that was kind of cool. And then it's Filipowski gonna hit from three again. He's got all 6 Duke points, and they're all from three. He hits that one from the left wing. So Filipowski at the 4 position definitely seems to be the play. John Shire has that one right. That was going to be a foul on Jeremy Roach for discarding the Bellarmine player. I love this spot up shot by Filipowski is just man. Maybe he's the next Kyle Singler. This is gotta love what you see, right? He unfortunately broke the triple double streak the other night. What was it on Saturday or whenever we were playing? So he's only got 3 out of the 4 games of triple doubles, but he did score in double figures. This is tipped in again from 3, and Bellarmine almost tries to get the offensive board, but it winds up in the hands of Proctor, who's pushing over to Mitchell. Mitchell going to try to drive here, gets the lane blocked off. Filipowski's going to go for 3 again. No. A little bit of a heat check, but Lively just picks up the offensive board. He's like 6 inches taller than the dude defending him. It's not even fair. Filipowski with another offensive rebound discards the Bellarmine player, and maybe a little confused that he wasn't whistled for a foul because it seemed like he rushed the shot. He could have just dunked that. Interesting. Not bad. Though 2 offensive boards were actually there was another crazy stat that we're like top 3 in the country in offensive rebounding. I'll pull up my stats here in just a second once we hit the commercial break, because Bellarmine's going to have it deep in the shot clock again. 5 seconds to go. Tipton's going to try to bail them out, and actually the ref is going to bail them out as Lively picks up his first. Louisville. Oh, natives pronounce it Louisville. Okay, I got it. Actually, Timothy, I agree. I don't know what uniforms Florida State is wearing. They're like these bizarre green, like teal, gray. It's like they're trying to have these like Miami vaporwave colors, but they didn't pull it off because the colors are way too muted. I don't know. I agree. They look disgusting. And that's Bash Whelan there for 2. 6-5 Duke here in the early going, as we're about to flip back onto the main network, probably once we. Yeah, we are. Okay. We are back, and looks like we missed a play here, but we will go to the under 16 timeout. Yeah. It was Loserville. Well, actually, it has been Loserville. Scotty Davenport is an amazing coach. Yeah, so Scotty Davenport has, what is this, 400th game, I think, at Bellarmine, is it? Or he has a record of like 400 and 122. I was looking at the stats, but I think it's his 400th game at Bellarmine. So if I have this correct, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna double check the. Let's go here. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get our stats. Let's get our live stats going too. By the way, welcome in everybody. Happy Monday. You know, I can't tell if it's worse that they scheduled us late or that we also started late on top of that. But we are here because we're here for Old Duke. It's close. A teammate of the Willis kid that played for Kentucky a few years back played at Bellarmine. Ooh. Louisville. Okay. All right. So it is 7-6 to the bad guys at the moment. And it is Frem, actually, that got the other one. Okay, there it is. So 7-6. So Filipowski, the only one really chugging along here for us, which is no surprise. I am super high on the Filipowski train, by the way. Like, if Filipowski were a stock, I'd be buying it all day long. And it would actually be going up, unlike the rest of the market. So, but this kid has just sort of exceeded expectations. And at least been playing the best out of the players on the floor. Now, Dariq Whitehead and Lively obviously have a big high ceiling, but from what we've seen, Filipowski has been super impressive. Just some of the stats here. His 36 rebounds through 3 games are the most by any Duke freshman ever. Like including Mike Jaminski, who only had 33, and Zion Williamson, who had 32. So he's like a full 10% better than what we would have thought there. And the only freshman with multiple double doubles uh, and apparently is tied nationally with 11 other players. So the most double doubles that anybody has this season so far is 3. So he might be off to the races here to get to pick up a fourth tonight at least. That's what McRoberts is supposed to be. Oh man. Yes, John is also the youngest coach, which I have no issue with, by the way. As Grandison and Whitehead and Blakes are in the game, as is Ryan Young. Actually, this is basically a 4-position line change, except for Jeremy Roach, who picks that one off, and a beautiful pass to Derek Whitehead. Yes, beautiful look by Jeremy Roach. Actually, that's the first assist from Jeremy Roach in like the last 2 games. I was shocked to read that stat. Jeremy Roach had no assists in the last game and no assists in the game before it either, or like very few. It was actually Tyrese Proctor who had the most assists. And then Bellarmine tries to tap it out, and it's actually going to be a foul on the Knights. So nice to see Jeremy Roach getting his court vision back there. And we say it all the time. We need Jeremy Roach for his assists, not necessarily his points, although the points, of course, are nice. High screen there by Ryan Young as he rolls, but Bellarmine doing a good job to deny the pass there. As now it's Grandison isolated. Oh, no, they're going to get it to Ryan Young. He's going to go, no, he's going to reverse it back outside to Grandison. That's a 3. Basketball is a simple game, guys and gals. Basketball is a very, very simple game. You get the ball inside, he reverses it back out, open shooter. Nicely done. First points for Grandison since Kansas, actually. Yeah, I agree with the Nolan Smith issue there. It's I suppose. I mean, he took a big risk, right? Like he probably could have been Shire's like right hand man, so to speak, right? I don't think Shire was going to kick him out by any stretch of the imagination. So, but yeah, he takes a big risk, and then the other thing that's a bit bizarre is that like I'm not sure like how much influence Nolan per se had over the recruiting of this particular season because he kind of like I think he came in a little late as far as those things go. So like it might not really even be the people like he wanted to be on the team, right? Like we have people that are committing to us. Like we already have our recruiting class. It's a beautiful take by Roach going baseline. By the way, like we already have our recruiting class for next year. So like granted, not all schools know their recruiting class the fall before the next season, but yeah. I thought soccer was easy to understand, but I played and still love it. There you go, Chris. Anybody watch the I didn't watch the entirety of the U.S. game today, but I did. Saw the highlights there. Very unfortunate ending to that. Looks like we kind of had it and let it slip away there at the very end. Roach looking for Grandison here as again, and we got a foul on number 22, Bash Wheeland from Bellarmine on the reach. But like you know, Nolan could have a pretty rough like out of conference, and then he could come back in the ACC and like if he finishes middle of the pack in the ACC, it might not be it might be okay. I mean, what are we expecting him to go to an NCAA tournament on his first year? Ooh, Tariq Whitehead hits the front of the rim on that 3. Not a lot of air under that ball, but yeah. Ooh, I made him when he played at Oak Hill. Nice. I think just like people's expectations are like probably astronomically high. They're like, and to be fair, not how do we put this? Duke assistants who go on to be head coaches have varying levels of success. Like, obviously, Mike Bray, sorry, at Notre Dame, has probably had the most success of a Duke coach from like the Krzyzewski pedigree. And I suppose oh, that's a travel. That's absolutely a travel. Bobby Hurley over at Arizona State has had some success as well. He's put his Sun Devils into the NCAA tournament multiple times. But like, things didn't go well for Chris Collins. Things didn't really go that well for Wojciechowski. Jeff Capel is like really struggling at Pitt, right? He's been struggling for the last couple of years to really like get the thing going in that program. So, I mean, John Shire is kind of an anomaly, I suppose, because he's at Duke. Like, it's like, you still have the Duke name and the Duke brand to pull players to you, and like Coach K was still around. So, I mean, you had a hand in recruiting this class. So, yeah, I think maybe people are just like, oh, yeah, Nolan should have instant success. No, not true. Yeah. But I'm sure East Campus misses Nolan rocking his dog because that used to be a staple every time I would go to Duke. Tuition at Bellarmine is equivalent to Duke. Is it really? That's insane. And like I know the Duke tuition has gone through the roof of late. It's like a lot higher even than when I was there back at the late 2000s. Um, damn. Let's give a quick check assuming I can find my mouse. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So, folks, if you need the game, it's in the Discord. Hit the sub button, join the subscriber watch party, and then let us know what you think of the game and how it's going so far tonight for you. Hopefully, everybody's having a decent Monday. It is, of course, Thanksgiving week. Undetermined if I will stream on Thursday. Right now, I'm leaning towards probably not, considering it's at, I think, 3 in the afternoon ish. It might be during Thanksgiving, like, family time. In which case, I would suggest to all the viewers out there to get with your family and watch the Duke game with them on Thanksgiving. That's probably the best thing you can do in a Duke family is eating turkey while watching a Duke game. Uh, yeah, that would be my suggestion because like you could even space it out. You can have the first half is your first serving and then you get seconds during the second half. And this is, very easy way to just, have your Thanksgiving meal while watching a Duke game. So there you go. So yeah, I might not be around on Thursday, but we'll be back for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and there's the potential, right, that we end up playing Gonzaga on Sunday. That championship game is at noon Pacific, which makes it 3 o'clock for us here on the West, for those of us that are now on the East Coast rather. So yeah. And if you have a favorite Thanksgiving food, post it in the chat. We will definitely talk about what we ate for Thanksgiving the day after. But if you're really looking forward to something, I personally am looking forward to the yams. I'm a real yam fan, especially when they put the marshmallows on them. They're really good. We just you get your yams, your sweet potatoes, and yeah, green bean casserole. Fry's got the green bean casserole. I don't know if I've ever had green bean casserole, but there you go. I am also a turkey. Like I do eat the straight up turkey. Like that is also good. But all right, back to the action here. The other thing of note, of course, this week is Duke ranked 8th. We dropped one spot, right, as a result of the loss to Kansas, which is like, okay, like whatever. Like you're still a top 10 team. You lost. You were number 7. You lost to number 6. It's a beautiful give back from Blakes to Proctor, but Proctor can't hit it, and it hits the top of the backboard. I'm looking forward to cheese pie. Keon, what is cheese pie? Like, Wait. How do you how do you make cheese? Is it literally like a pie crust and like layers of cheese? Oh, chess pie. Oh, chess pie. Oh God. Okay. Cranberries or cranberry sauce is a must. Sometimes it depends. I feel like sometimes the cranberry is a little too tart. It's a good. This is a block actually. I think by Proctor. Blake's to Mitchell, back to Blake's. Proctor right below, and Blake's is gonna sky in there. Oh, that's an and one. Blake's has to be able. Blake's is the dude that hits the most acrobatic. Like he's these are like Grayson Allen types of shots. You just like put it up there and then you like fly and hit the deck with no regard for your own body or injury thereof. And then everybody's like, how did that actually go in? I literally read cheese pie and I was like starting to come up with ways to literally put together a cheese because I'm a huge cheese fan. So is my dog, by the way. The dog will eat literally any piece of cheese you put in front of him to no fail. So I was like, okay, well, you could like do a crust, right? And then you could like, I don't know, start with mozzarella or something, and then it would melt, and then you probably put a little heart, like something on top of the mozzarella cheese, which I'm drawing a blank. I don't know what it would be. But then on top of that, let's say you top it off with a crusty Parmesan. And so your pie, the top of your pie is this crusty Parmesan. Like, I'm sure you could do it, but it's actually just pure during or after the meal. Is it like you have a bite of turkey and also the fruit salad, or are you just like wait until you're done with the turkey to have the fruit salad? Because I don't know if you really mix those two. But in any case, that's a beautiful block by Mark Mitchell, and it falls into the hands of Blakes, and Duke is now pushing in transition. That was 30 seconds of fantastic defense. Proctor should have just gone to the rim, but he swings it back out to Blakes, who goes for three, and that cannot bring it down. But Mitchell in the left corner, rather. Proctor now gets it. Grandison is wide open to the bottom of the screen, but they miss him. Mark Mitchell's going to go for three here, and that one drops. It's a big lead here for Duke. 12-22. I missed. Okay, I missed one. It is a 13-point lead here for Duke as Bellarmine hasn't hit a single shot in about 5 minutes. And ladies and gentlemen, while the game on Saturday may have been a bit stressful in the first half, I think this game may be over already, which means it is showtime, which is equally exciting, actually. This now becomes, let's see how many Duke players can score in this game, or how many Duke players dressed in uniform can actually score. My guess is probably the entire roster. And this is actually nice to see because Mark Mitchell actually was slumping a little bit. Like he did not have a good game against Kansas at all, actually. Well, okay, fine. It was 7 points, but like it didn't feel very impactful. And then, okay, he scored 12 against Delaware, but again, didn't feel like he was making as big of an impact as when both Lively and Whitehead were both out. Then like his impact was definitely like more felt, I feel like. Blake's, that's right. Blake's hit the end one. That's why I'm off by a point. All right, Bellarmine trying to regroup here. And they will get this out to Betts, and Betts will hit from 3. We're up 13. Well, actually, we're up 10, but yeah, close enough. Ruben Gutierrez, welcome in. Happy Monday evening. My post-workout meal on my legs, quad focus day, is spaghetti with whole wheat spaghetti noodles, Prego sauce, 96 out of 4. Ooh. Oh, so you've got like you make like a bolognese actually, because you have the meat. It's like not just the tomato sauce, but it's the meat sauce there too. I will admit, I also prior to leg day on Saturday night, carb loaded like crazy, but with meatballs and pesto pasta. So I think we're on the same wavelength, Keon. As Proctor's 3 hits it again from the left wing. Trading 3-pointers here, Bellarmine and Duke here in the first half. I mean, Duke's offense looks pretty locked in, and that was actually a pretty good job not to foul. However, I actually think it was a bad play on the Bellarmine side because the Bellarmine player could have just jumped up and forced the foul, and the Bellarmine player could have also made that an and one if he had just like gone up with it. Like he did the shot fake to get our defender in the air, but then he did nothing with it. I mean, he still scored, but it should have been an and one. So it should have been more aggressive. Filipowski is looking for another three. Now he's going to drive back. Oh, he traveled charge. Looks so awkward though. The Bellarmine player just like stepped in there. I don't even know. It's kind of a sus play to be honest. It's been high 20s to mid 30s as far weather here in Louisville. There we go. Right in the Ohio River, so it's been brutal. It snowed twice. I am glad that I got out of Seattle and to Miami, not because of the snow or anything, but just because it's been like 70s or warmer, and it's super nice to be able to go out in shorts to walk the dog and not have to put on 3 layers of clothing, including like warm pants. I think the dog appreciates it too. But over the last 2 days, it was like torrential rain, so I suppose we trade one for the other. Actually feels like winter in North Carolina so far this year. Has it snowed in North Carolina yet? Has the state like frozen over? I mean, Durham gets like there's like real seasons in Durham. Just because it's like in the south doesn't mean it's warm. Like it snowed plenty while I was down there, and it gets cold too. Like you definitely have to like especially when we were tenting in Cavill, like you come back to school in January, like it is cold. Oh, Duke is almost in the passing lanes there, but the pass too out to handle as Bellarmine throws it away, and we've hit the under 8 timeout. Not yet, but it's been cold. Yeah, like it's like real cold. I mean, it used to freeze too. I remember we used to be partying out in Cavill, and then like it would freeze. But yeah, let's see. I gotta shrink that too. I think. So I'm pretty sure the spread on this was like 26 and a half. So let's keep an eye. If Duke wins and covers, or there you go. I remember when I lived in Raleigh and I was working at O2 Fitness and it started snowing. It was the zombie apocalypse. $7 boat. It is the zombie apocalypse. We used to have snow days at Duke because and even though you lived on campus, there were still snow days. Like, because the professors couldn't get there, right? So, uh, yeah, and then when I was in B school, we had a year. It was my first year. We had multiple snow days. Yeah, but so Fry. The nice thing though is that usually by the time you hit March, you can like wear shorts again. Or actually, so here's what happens. There's like 1 week in March where it warms up and you can wear shorts again. And it's a total bait because the following week it's freezing again. And then it doesn't get like cold and then it like finally comes back to being warm like some point in like April. Yeah. Yeah, driving on Duke's campus with snow and ice. Yeah. It like doesn't work. And there's like very few plows. So, yeah. It is kind of fun though, because it is not plowed well. I had my car because I grew up in New England. I had my car with my 4-wheel drive, and it's actually kind of fun to drive in the snow. It feels like you're driving like with zero traction control. It's like the closest you get to like driving a NASCAR car or something. Once it gets warm 1 week, a week or two later, it snows. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's just how it seems to work down in North Carolina for whatever reason. It's just really weird. But yeah, let's see. Let me sure I got the foul situation right. Whitehead actually. Oh, Derek's got one foul. Lively's got one. Roach has one, and yeah, okay, that's good there. And we got Betts with one. I have like completely ignored the foul situation for Bellarmine. Sutter has got one. Whelan's got one. Tipton's got one. Okay, there we go. 25-14 as we come back here to the live action. Welcome in, everybody. If you're looking for the game, it is in Discord. Hit the sub button, jump over to Discord. You can watch over there, and then come back and just chat. We're chilling here on this Monday night, enjoying a little showcase here by our Duke Blue Devils. I am glad to see that Cameron is still decently full. Like, I know the students have pretty much left uh, because I have cousins that go to Duke and they've left. So they've actually managed, although you can definitely tell that they sold GA on the sides because there's people that don't look like students and they're not participating in the cheers. It's a dead tell. In any case, Roach looking for Ryan Young in the post, and we're going to clear out that side, and Young's going to reverse this outside to Proctor, who takes one dribble to the left, and Proctor shot! Oh, it looked beautiful, but it didn't go, but it's a great offensive rebound by Ryan Young. Oof, that Proctor shot. What a stroke. What a quick release, too. He takes one dribble to the left, bang, it's up. Oof. Good defense by Proctor actually there. He forces a really tough shot, and now he's got the ball. Run it! I actually don't. Okay, in this scenario, I don't want to see Proctor stop. Like they stop to try to set up an offensive set. I don't think he needs to do that. I think he just needs to attack. Like there's no reason. Oh, this is a Roach 3. So everything is falling for Duke tonight. But honestly, I think Proctor can just go downhill. I'd like to see him just take one to the rack. Like go real strong. Yeah. Tyler Hansberg giving the death stare. Were you wearing Duke shirt or something? I wouldn't be surprised unless you were wearing a. He'd probably say hi to a Carolina fan, but yeah, Duke fan. I don't think so. I have to say, I also kind of like the quarter zip that Shire is wearing. Could be a good gift for significant others out there. Take notes, chat. This is Whelan being guarded by Roach. And Hatton over to Betts. And Betts is going to try for three. He actually gets Ryan Young in the air. Oh, and he puts it up. All right. That one goes in. So I'm pretty sure each of the last possessions, I think Bellarmine, that should be a charge. Yeah, that's a charge. Is that Derek Whitehead? Yeah. So if I have memory serves me, I've seen 4 or 5 now possessions where Bellarmine has had to hold it almost full 30 seconds. Like Duke is on the verge of basically forcing 30-second shot clock violations. And defensively, we're still doing pretty good. We're 9th nationally in scoring defense, right? Opponents averaging 52 points per game. That's an alley-oop that is way too easy. As we fell asleep. You can take a look at that one. I want to see where the defensive breakdown happened. It's right around the 6-minute mark. Proctor over to Grandison, feeding the post here to Ryan Young, and they clear out the side, and there's a triple team by Bellarmine, and he's going to get fouled. Wow. That should be on Hatton, number 1 for him. He doesn't have any excuse. It's probably why Gerald Henderson broke his nose. He knew he was a bad dude. Got his nose broken. Ryan Young at the free throw line connects there. Yo, talking about football, we blew another one, didn't we, this weekend? Driving down, you get the touchdown, and we bombed the 2-point conversion and lose the game at Pittsburgh, 28-26 for us, 28 to Pittsburgh. Man, it feels raw, dude. We're what 7-4, and we've lost 3 one-possession games as that football team. Unreal. Although I suppose that's like one of the signs of like a team, kind of like another one that goes really late in the shot clock here is Suter gets that to go. Oh, Luke May is fundamentally better. Oh my God, Luke May, another one of those hateful Carolina players who you just want to like very punchable face. Grandison drills it from three. But yeah, man, our football team. I mean, it's part of the progression of learning to win, right? Like you got to at some point you have to learn to win close games, and that's like the next step for that football team. Because look, if they were 10-1, if that football team was 10-1, not that they'd be in the playoff or anything, but like they'd have a pretty decent bowl, right? Like, oh, what a backdoor cut actually for Wheeland there. It's a timeout for Duke. Luke May wears mascara. Nice. Oof. 4:18. Okay, so we have one at 6 minutes and one at 4:25, but this is a 30-second timeout, so we won't cut away from it just yet. Do Carolina players wear mascara to cover their face from the shame of being a Carolina player? Is that is that where we're going with this? I feel like that's where we're going with this. All right, let me tell. Well, while we're here, let's take a look at the team stats for stuff like 3-point shooting. Yeah, that's what I thought. 6 of 11, 54.5%. And Bellarmine at 2 and 7, they're down below 30. They're 6 and 15 overall in the game shooting, which is 40%, which to be fair is not terrible. But Duke, however, 9 of 17, 53%. And let's look at the rebounding margin because we are killing it on the boards here, 11 to 5. And turnovers 3 apiece. So that isn't really any different on either one, and each team has had 2 points off of the other's turnovers. So pretty straightforward as far as teams capitalizing off the turnovers. But yeah, that shooting percentage is really nice tonight. 6 and 11, and let's see. Proctor is 2 of 4. Grandison's hit his 1. Mark Mitchell's hit his 1, and Flip has gone 2 of 3. Such versatility out of Filipowski, man. Actually, here's another kind of cool stats. So, yeah, I was reading these stats, and I was reading the rebounding stats, and I had to read this stat like 2 or 3 times because I really didn't believe it. And it says that Duke is second in rebounding margin nationally. Think about that. Duke is second in rebounding margin nationally, plus 19.5. Like, like what? And we're just 6th in overall rebounding. We've had 47 rebounds. What are they? Oh, jeez. Flip equals Christian Leitner Jr. Ooh, that's a neat one, Sean S. Brute. And here's the other. Okay, this one really blew me away. So we're looking at the rebounding. Okay, it's plus 19 is the margin. We're hauling in 47 rebounds a game. We're third nationally in offensive rebounds at 19.3 a game. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how do you even get 19 offensive boards in a game? Like last year, we'd be lucky if we had 10, like 8, like 19. Ooh, what a play by Grandison as he drives in, just kind of muscling his way. It is honestly incredibly impressive the amount of offensive like rebounding we have between Filipowski and Lively. These guys have been cleaning up. and Ryan Young to some extent too. But like I am super impressed. Like you just let that stat sink in. This is Blake's out on the perimeter defending. And if, again, Bellarmine really late in the shot clock here. 7 seconds to go, and they're kind of stuck again. Great help defense by Filipowski, and Lively is going to force an air ball as it winds up in the lap of Blake's, who tries to push it up. And Grandison is going to take a quick three, no good. Here's Lively who tries to get the rebound, but it's out of bounds. No, it will be a foul against Bellarmine. I believe that goes on Suter. No, it's actually out of bounds. Okay. Because we have 3 7-footers. I know, but here's the other thing. It's like we know how to use them. That's the other thing. So we've had more than 20 offensive boards twice. And yeah, so here's the stat. The Blue Devils hadn't had more than 19 offensive boards in any game over the last 2 seasons. Think about that. We've played, what, almost 70 games in the last 2 seasons. We have not reached the what we're averaging for offensive boards. Like, it's a mind-blowing stat, and you know what? I love it. I absolutely love it because it has been literally our weak point, like, of Duke teams in the last several years. It has been rebounding. Like, we just get run out of the gym by teams that can really rebound as Roach hits the deck. No foul is kind of a sus call there. But in any case, they give it back to Bellarmine. Open in the corner here is Johnson, and he drives baseline. Yes, actually, Kurt Hopf gets that to go. And it is 25-37. So Bellarmine managing to make a little bit of a run. As Flip with a nice shot fake drills it in. Should be easy, but he actually gets fouled. He is going to the line. Hope. All right. There we go. Oh, Timothy, thank you for sharing that. Thoughts and prayers, ma'am. Gotta always take care of the moms because they will take care of you, like mine, who gave me food literally at my desk right before tip off that I scarfed down so that I could get ready for the game and finish prep. So yes, thoughts and prayers, and then especially spend time with them this holiday season for sure. Filipowski will connect to the free throw line, and he's got 7, going for 8. And if he gets this, he will tie Grandison's team high so far tonight. Yep. I also I feel Filipowski's leggings are funny, man. The full the full white leggings. It's just kind of funny. It screams like tall Duke power, like forward. Grandison depending Hope and gets no, sorry, we're Whelan. Whelan's got 6. Grandison looking for opportunity here. No, it goes to Roach. Proctor. Does Bellarmine overcommit? There's Roach. Oh, that three's no good. Here's another offensive rebound, though, for Flip. Actually, he can't bring it down. It gets stripped by Bellarmine as it gets put in the floor. 1:22 to go here. Duke by 12. So Bellarmine has managed to keep this within arm's length. Honestly, to be fair, I thought this was going for Blowout City, within the first 8 minutes. So good on Bellarmine to actually keep this thing close here in the first half. Going late into the shot clock again. They've got 6 seconds to go as we tick down under a minute. Decent defense by Proctor, and that attempted block by Filipowski was enough to deflect it. And Proctor out in transition, going to Flip. He's just going to step into it. No, that's a shot fake, and he will take it to the rack, and he gets fouled. I mean, I have no issue with this. The aggression on Filipowski's game. What a shot fake. Because, yeah, this is what they're saying. Basically, like, he's already hit 2 3-pointers. You can't not guard him out there because he can clearly hit it. And then he just puts it on the deck and drives. Although, to be fair, he doesn't look as quick as Proctor or even Mitchell to that degree of like put the ball on the deck and get to the bucket. He's looks a little slower, but it is nice to see. There you go. 9. And I love how he just hits them at the free throw line. What is it? We used to have like problems with our big men hitting free throws, and it's just so many points that you leave up for like you could like increase your scoring average by like 4 to 5 points a game if you just hit your free throws as a big man. And he's got 9. Oh, he's got 10 actually. All right, 10. There you go. I am not sure. I thought that was a pretty good. I thought Proctor stayed vertical there. Like this doesn't look okay. Well, I mean, okay. Number one, Proctor clearly gets discarded. There was there was an elbow. There was clearly a forearm, but no worries. Suter. Oh, Suter has 9. Okay, there you go. Roach trying to slow this down. No 2-for-1 opportunity here. I think we just try to drain the shot clock, and then if you get an offensive board, you kind of kick it out again. Lively with the double screen and then rescreens. Proctor going for Grandison in the corner. The spot up 3, no good. Bellarmine down with a rebound on the weak side. They've got 17 seconds to pull this off here. Can they bring it within single digits, actually? You know, they could shrink it to 8 with a 3, 9 with a 2. Oh, this is a deep 3. Oh my, it goes at the buzzer. What? Okay. Well, that's a little concerning. That's a little concerning because usually halftime buzzer beaters are like make you question whether things are going to go your way or not. And granted, we're in Cameron. This is an out of conference game. Like, we should win this game, but still. Buzzer beater threes make you question your very existence, especially when the other team is the one that hits them. 3, so 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. Ah, Ryan Young has 4. That's why I was slightly off. Okay. And the fouls, it's 2 on Whitehead, 1 on Lively, Roach, Proctor, Mitchell, and Flip. Yes, good. And on this side, it's Bats. I don't know, 1. Sutter's got 2. Tipton's got 2. Whelan's got 1 and 1. Okay, good. So let's actually take this opportunity now that we're at halftime to welcome in anybody who's joining us for the first time. Thank you very much for jumping on board. If you need the game, jump into Discord, and we'll hit the sub button, then jump into Discord. Otherwise, let's take a look here. We're going to be analyzing some of our defense actually, and we can take a look at this particular play. I think. Let me just make sure I have the right play here. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is the right play. All right, let's take a look. So I don't have my drawing pen, which is a little concerning. But did we get it? Okay. All right. So here's the setup here. So the person who's eventually going to score this thing is Bash Whelan here, number 22. So let's see why this breaks down. This is Ryan Young, by the way, over here. This is Grandison over here. You've got Proctor guarding his man on this side, and Jalen Blake's guarding Sutton over there. So we roll this forward. Okay, this doesn't start off very auspiciously here for us, because all of a sudden you get Grandison, who is now this double team over here, but I'm not really sure. Like, he's not close enough to the end line for this double team to be that effective, and it doesn't look like Grandison is actually going to commit to this double team, which he doesn't, because he ends up going, like, he ends up leaving over here to try to get back to his man, which is fine. And then Roach just gets beat. Oh, that's a very nice cut. And you see Roach slams the ball down in frustration too on this one, because this was Grandison's man, but they switch it. And so what happens? Oh yeah, okay, all right. Here we go. So it's almost like Roach wants to switch this back, but he doesn't get the opportunity to do so. All right, and then yeah, so Roach actually wants to be guarding this guy who has the ball, but Roach gets caught ball watching over here. If you like, his eyes are on number 12 because he's basically saying, well, what also could happen here is that this ball gets passed out to number 12, and number 12 does have an open 3-point shot. Roach would be forced to close, or if he did, 22 could sneak down here to the top of the paint, and you get another three that way. So, but what ends up happening is 22 just cuts in, and Roach, oh, it's too late, and he slams the ball down in frustration because he knew it. So a little bit of a defensive lapse there. I mean, it was a great cut by Bellarmine, to be fair, and an even better pass by the guard Sutton there from Bellarmine. So credit where it's due. Nice play set up by Bellarmine. Good and actually good execution as well. So the setup was good, the play was good, the pass was good. That worked to their favor. They were able to break down our Duke defense on that one. Now the other one I wanted to take a look at. There's another defensive lap here. It was a cut, I think. Is this going to be it? Wow, they go really deep in the shot clock here. Oh no, that's a good defensive possession here. So Duke gets that one. Let's be on the next possession. I should have wrote down this timestamp here. No. Oh, okay, this might be it. Let me make sure. This goes really quick. This is this is when Roach gets stripped. Bellarmine's out in transition. Actually, this is just transition defense that doesn't quite recover. Yeah, this is okay. That's transition defense that doesn't quite recover. Easy pickings. Aha, this is it. Okay. No, no. Anyway, okay. I think that's fine. So that's where we're at. Let's go back to live. Okay, good. Let's take a look at the first half stats here. Leading all scorers is Kyle Filipowski. Surprise, surprise. He's got 10 points, and he actually only has 2 rebounds. That one is actually more surprising than his point total right now. Actually, Duke as players only have at most 3 rebounds, 3 for Proctor and 3 for Ryan Young, and then 2 for the rest of it. So I mean, we haven't missed as many shots. We only missed 12 shots here, so they're 13 of 25. So hitting at a 52% clip from the floor, which is pretty nice here. And Bellarmine actually upped its shooting percentage. Remember when we first looked at this, we saw Bellarmine was down was actually kind of at like 38-ish. And now they've actually managed to hit a few buckets here. They're up to 52%. They got off to a really bad start, but they have hit lately. So that 4 of 9 from 3, Duke 8 of 17 right there. from the 3-point line. So the three ball being really big for us tonight. Actually, we're shooting 47%, and even better, we have hit every single free throw. 7 of 7 from the free throw line. That is actually really impressive. I'm a huge fan of that. That's something to watch throughout the season, honestly. If our free throw shooting percentage can like maintain at like 80 or higher as a team, because in the past couple of years we've been like in the like mid to low 70s, and it just doesn't get it done because there's too many games that like, especially late in the season, where you're like, you really need to hit free throws. Like, and right now the person I trust hitting free throws is Filipowski. 16 versus 8 in the rebounding category, 4 offensive boards, 12 defensive boards for Duke, and we have been leading the game for the majority of this thing. 9 assists on 13 made buckets. That's actually a really great stat. Bellarmine is also playing really good team basketball, though. They've got 8 assists on their 14 buckets. 9 out of 13 is like, damn. Turnovers 5 for Duke, 3 for Bellarmine, and points off turnovers 6 and 4. So it's actually pretty even there. Let me go see. I'm curious who's got the assists for us. So we have 9 assists. Jeremy Roach has 3 of them. Mark Mitchell has 3 of them. Well, Mark Mitchell has 3 assists. Okay. And then Young, Blakes, and Lively have 1 apiece. Okay. Yeah, and let's see, Filipowski 4-4 from the line. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to like here. It's just that Bellarmine they've hit shots. We haven't played bad defense per se. Bellarmine has just been forcing us has just been like, making really good shots. They've also forced us into a few mistakes, to be fair. Like, we just reviewed one, right? So, this is Louisville there. 0-4. Oof, yeah. And so it's an 8-point game. Now, Bellarmine is going to need to keep hitting the 3. Okay. Duke, we just really need to lock it down defensively. To some degree, this was kind of similar to the game on Saturday, but I guess the game on Saturday was kind of close throughout the first half, whereas this one got close here at the end, which I'm sure will just be fine. Honestly, I can't remember when we went to the halftime. Was it 51? 47. It's about 10 minutes ago, it looks like. 4, 3, yeah. Yeah, 40, 29, yeah. Okay, so it should have about 3 minutes to go, which is usually like one more commercial, and then we're like ready to go here in the second. So let's clear out the foul situation. No real foul trouble for either team, to be honest. This will be the second. Get that going. So, folks, if folks are watching the World Cup, put your predictions in chat. It doesn't really, like, you could want the USA to win, but that doesn't mean you think they will win. So I'm glad Loserville sucks now. I'm still mad the way they disrespected Grayson. Oh man. To be fair, a lot of teams disrespected Grayson. Basically, all of college basketball. Oh, especially the ACC. But yeah, I just still like. I mean, Louisville to some degree, it's like whatever because uh, we'll always have that comeback to hold over their head, and nothing can ever erase that. So even though the players may change, we all know that we came back from almost 30 points down to beat Louisville in 13 minutes, or 20, 22, 23 points, something like that. Man, that was a game. That was a game. Oh, the pup has been really patient tonight. He's been a good boy. He might make an appearance in the second half. Hopefully everybody is ready. Here we go. All right, I think we're. It's a fun game to rewatch on YouTube. I agree. It's like, I. It's really disappointing that like we weren't streaming at the time that that one happened. That one would have been such a crazy game to do live. Like the amount of Louisville fans that would have been in the chat spewing just like straight hate, and then to watch it all turn would have been so gratifying. So gratifying. Hey, buddy. Especially Zion's interview. I forget what happened with. What was the post game interview with Zion? Let's. We should look it up. What is this? Let's see. Zion Williamson review post game. Uh, no, I don't. It's all like all his post game interviews are like they're all NBA ones. All right, unfortunate. Okay, we're getting ready to go here in the second half. He said Coach K said doesn't. Oh, he doesn't coach losers. Loville. You want me to pronounce it Lulville? Oh my god. Lulville. Yeesh. All right, we'll try. Or we will just avoid it entirely and just do this. Loser birds. Okay. So the other night on Saturday, we came out. The game was close, right? We came out and we played Lowville. It's just like you're laughing out loud, Ville. Lol. All right, or the Ville. No, the Ville is like the Ville conveys too much respect. I feel like so 8 3-pointers is the most is the half the season. I mean, our 3-point shooting, to be fair, hasn't been very good this season so far. So like the fact that we made 8 of them in the first half, like yeah, duh, that's gonna be like the best we've had. Okay, as I was starting to say, on Saturday we had a very good first 4 minutes of the second half. Let's see if we come out with that same kind of energy. The starters are the same as they were in the first half. You got Flip, Proctor, Roach, Mitchell, and Lively here. As we got Mitchell in the left corner. That shot goes down. Mark Mitchell has hit 2 3-point shots. Awkward shot or not, it is going down and it counts. So that is a nice way to start. That 3-pointer at the buzzer, we get it right back, and that's a travel. That is absolutely a travel on Sutter. Yeah, just drove into the lane, got himself stuck, and then fell backwards. This is comedy. Well, I'm glad I can provide some comedic laughs on this Monday before Thanksgiving, folks. As we get Roach over to Proctor. Ooh, good screen there at the top by Flip. Proctor gives it over to Flip. I thought he might have traveled there. Oh my goodness, he cannot miss as Filipowski gets it again. He's got 13. Yeah, okay, we knew Filipowski could hit the 3-point shot, but we didn't realize he could hit it this reliably. I mean, this is the total like dimension. Like, we're watching a college freshman grow the versatility of his game in the span of 4 games. From being like this low post dominant presence that just vacuum cleans up, uh, right? That's like playing the 5 position effectively, just vacuum cleaning up all the rebounds. To then he switches over to the 4. Oh, this was a good play by Bellarmine, and Sutter with the active hands, lazy pass. That is probably the only wrong thing that Filipowski has done tonight. That turnover was definitely on him. But yeah, like he is just showing us facets of his game that are very impressive. This is a wide open 3 by Proctor, and he has to hit it, but it's long. And are they going to call a foul on number 5? Yeah, that's a push off. No, they're going to call it on Mitchell? They're going to call it. No, this should be a foul on Sutter. It should be 100% a foul on Sutter. Right? Yes, it is. That's his 3rd by my count. Duke baseline out of bounds play here. Let's see what Coach Shire has drawn up. It is still a 9-point game. It actually like feels like we're ahead when we're really not. Filipowski puts it on the ground, almost gets it stripped. Has to go back to Roach. Oh my gosh, it's Proctor and Mitchell both open. But we got a dead ball foul on number 12. Sorry, number 22. Wheeling for the hold. And Duke will baseline inbound again. Mitchell trying to get himself free, does get it, and now he's going to drive in. Great kick out, great extra pass to Filipowski. Oh, he just misses it. What an offensive board by Lively. He's just taller and you can't teach height. And there goes Roach for 3, making it happen off the offensive board. I mean, it's not even fair. Lively's got 6 inches on his dude down low. It's hilarious to watch. But you know what? He's making it work. He like doesn't even need to jump. He's still getting offensive boards. Good defense there. Way to slide your feet, Lively, and loom large. Filipowski also good defense here. There's the extra help. This is Wieland and Bellarmine going down to 5 seconds. That shot's no good. And Duke is going to take this thing the other way in transition. Oh, beautiful pass by Roach over to Lively. And those are actually his first points of the night, believe it or not. Duke on a bit of a run here. All right, this is when we capitalize. Right here, you get the stop, you get another bucket, you force Bellarmine to take a timeout. And now you're off to the races because you're up 14. It was 9 points was the advantage. Bellarmine felt like, it was had something here. Oh, that is a nasty backdoor cut as Tipton lays it in. Is Bellarmine calling for time here? One of these teams is called for time. It's a quick 30-second timeout. They're not even cutting to commercials. Never mind, they are going to commercials. It's about the 16:40 mark. We'll take a look. We'll take a look at that play because we can see another little breakdown probably on defense going baseline. All right. Hey, buddy, you want to come up? There we go. What's up? What's up, Blue Devil fan? Game's over there, though. You're going to have to turn around if you want to watch. Or you can just watch me. That's cool, too. There you go. All right, I definitely could have gone back and watched, and we could have done the replay analysis on this one. It turns out it seems like it was a full timeout here, and I didn't realize it. So yeah, we definitely should have done the analysis. Interestingly enough, however, when we were looking at the ratings this week, right? We're at 8. UVA jumps up to 5 after their the beatdown at Baylor that they did in Waco. And I believe they beat another team as well. But Michigan State popping up in the poll to 11. Not only did they beat Kentucky, right, but like they also like played a very, very good game against Gonzaga and almost won that game, which would be quite interesting. Like they go from unranked to almost top 10 in a week. And it's interesting, like it's almost like you give them credit for being close. Like had they lost the game to Kentucky, they're probably like they don't make the rankings, right? Had they lost the game to Kentucky, but because they do win the game to Kentucky, you can move them up in the rankings and give them a little bit of extra credit for playing Gonzaga close. Kind of interesting because like just beating Kentucky alone, I don't think would be enough to take a team that isn't ranked, even though Kentucky was a top 10 team. It's not like, and remember, like teams that beat a top 10 Duke team don't all of a sudden jump from not ranked to almost top 10. Like that doesn't happen, right? And here you have Michigan State going to 11. So they definitely got some extra credit for that Gonzaga game. Yo, Lively pulling in that rebound in and amongst a double team of Bellarmine defenders. I mean, it's quite exceptional. And then he's rewarded on the offensive end for his defensive or his for his offensive rebounding. Fantastic. I really like how the pieces, which makes it really interesting. Like, how do you really play Whitehead effectively? And I think that's going to be the big question because this lineup isn't bad. And so I suppose you just replace Mark Mitchell with Dariq Whitehead in the fullness of time. That's probably what ends up happening. But like this lineup that we have right now is actually really good. So outside to Mitchell, Proctor was calling for it but doesn't get it. And Mitchell just powers it up, tries to get his own rebound off the miss, and it's out of bounds to Bellarmine. And I didn't see any team actually get charged with a timeout. I don't know why they stopped play when it wasn't a media timeout. Anyway, this is Sutter. And now it's Wieland and back to Sutter. And it's one-on-one against Proctor on the left. Ooh, Wieland tries to cut, but that's well defended by Filipowski. 5 seconds on the shot clock there. Takes a step inside the three-point line and knocks it down. So, Bellarmine with 2 quick scores after Duke went on its run, which is almost a 7-0 run. Bellarmine gets 4 of those points back, and it's back to 10. Okay. Filipowski trying to post Mitchell. Proctor making a move baseline. There's a double team. Proctor gets it outside to Mitchell. Now outside to Flip, and that's a foul. That's a foul on Wieland, and they're gonna call a foul on the floor, but that's Wieland's third. And now we're actually gonna hit the timeout. Yeah, because both teams can only carry 3 timeouts into the second half at most, and nobody got charged with one. Okay. Now let's see if we got this. Yeah, this is it. Let me make sure I have the right play before I think so. Oh, yeah. This is it. All right. All right, Chad, let's look at what happens here on the defensive end here. Let's take a look at what happens. So Bellarmine's going to set up a sweet backdoor cut, actually. So everything looking good so far. Oh, this switch down here gets everybody confused. We got 3 players here. Hold on. Hey. Chewing the chair. Okay. So Mark Mitchell is guarding number 10. That's Garrett Tipton. And this is Wieland being guarded by Filipowski here. Wieland gives it off. And I have no idea what Mark Mitchell is doing. Is he expecting Proctor to slide over and cover 10? What? Just get lost? and then he basically runs into our own guy, like runs into Proctor. That is okay. This is like freshman confusion, I think. Why does like does he just get caught ball watching here? I'm trying to like see where his eyes are at. Like freeze it, freeze it. Okay, Mark Mitchell gets caught ball watching. I don't even know because the ball like I don't even know. That was ugly. It's like not even that he got beat. It's just that like he just like yeah, yeah. Okay. Anyway, we'll learn from that one. Anyway, 52-42, still only a 10-point game here for the Blue Devils. And welcome in, everybody, on this Monday night as we get close to almost 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. Welcome in, welcome in. If you're looking for the game itself, it is a close game so far. Hit that sub button, jump into Discord, and join the subscriber watch party. As we get ready to resume play here. All right, so I thought we came out with a pretty decent first 4 minutes of the second half, but to be fair, Bellarmine also came out with a pretty decent first 4 minutes of the second half. So the first 4 minutes, they only find themselves down, essentially plus minus 3 points, 2 points. It was an 8-point margin at halftime, and now it's 10. They're actually looking at this play again. No, okay. So Filipowski and Proctor to the bench, which was Blake, Grandison, Lively, Roach, and Mitchell still out there. So not a wholesale line change, but here's Grandison from the top of the key, and that one goes. So Grandison has been on fire tonight. He's got 11. Yeah, Bellarmine has never been a team to sleep on. Yeah. I mean, hey, they won their conference championship last year. You can't sleep on that team. And this is like the second time in Cameron for Bellarmine in the last 3 years. They came to Duke in 2000 when they had won the Division Two as the Division Two national champions. And that's a missed layup there, but Lively just strips it away on the rebound. Oh, what an effort from Lively, who gets it over to Blakes. Blakes is going to go downhill. No, he's going to get it to Mark Mitchell. That three is no good. And Bellarmine now out in transition. They're going to try to push the tempo. Do they? No, they're going to just let us play. Okay, they want to play half-court offense. Okay. Uh, we have been actually really good in the half-court, so questionable decision. So yeah, they came to Cameron as the Div 2 champions. It was an exhibition game, which is as we play like always play the Div 2 champions. So yeah, Roach there with the leaner, can't get it to go. It's a one and done shot, and winds up in the hands of Bellarmine. And this is Betts. Oh, great active hands by Mitchell, actually. Mitchell just has to house this. Yes, and he actually got raked across the arm. Should have been an and one, but okay, college rules, I suppose. Or just call nothing. Either way, and it's a Bellarmine, it's a quick take, and Mitchell gets hit with the foul. As... Oh, sorry, Bellarmine with the score. In 2012, yeah. So they've been 3 times. I only recall like the most recent one because I actually like went back to my box scores. We'll do that at the next TV timeout. I have the box score from that game. Might be interesting to see. And hits them both. Oh no, sorry, and one. There you go. Yes, and one. 57-45. Proctor swinging it out baseline. Blakes. Grandison is wide open, but they don't hit him, and then it's Tariq Whitehead, and Grandison is pissed. Rightfully so, because he was wide open. All you had to do was find him. Lacking a little bit of vision there on that one. Of course, it's easier to see here, but you get the point. Sutter. And this one over to Betts. Betts, who has 9 so far for Bellarmine. This is Johnson. No, we got Sutter working on Proctor. That's the second time, by the way, he's pushed off with the non-dribbling elbow. And this will be a foul against Bellarmine, who throw Proctor out of bounds. 12-point game with 13:04 to go. And this is super interesting now because there is no Roach on the floor, which is a rarity, which basically means Proctor gets to play point, which is what we always sort of wanted to see just as a test. A beautiful pass from Grandison to Derek Whitehead, but that shot, the three-pointer, is just short. Sutter is going to go for 3. That looked good, but it doesn't go. Gang rebound here. Actually comes down for Bellarmine. Oh, and it's blocked? No. One ref called the block, the other called the foul. Come on. Come on, man. What is that? Is it the second time in 3 games where we've had confused refs about which call to actually make against a Duke team? Okay. Okay. As Bellarmine reinitiates its offense with 20 seconds on the shot clock, Ryan Young slips, but Bellarmine's player there can't get it to go. Actually, sorry, that was Ben Johnson. Yeah, Ben Johnson just missed a bunny layup. And Bellarmine will inbound yet again. Johnson over to Hop. And this is Sutter. And this Bellarmine has to get it back outside, deep in the shot clock again. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound to Ryan Young. And he's very hungry for the mic. For the Super Bowl, that would be interesting. Blake's gets that one. And that is 3-pointer from Blake's. It's a quick shot. No, I don't think we'd do the Super Bowl, to be honest. We used to do some football. Actually, we used to do some of the Thursday night football games with Twitch. It never really worked out too well because what was really hard about it was that you never had a consistent team. And so it was really hard to build a consistent group of people and an audience because the teams change every week. And so with the Super Bowl, you never know who's actually going to be in the Super Bowl. And part of the fun of this is that it's Duke, and it's Duke all the time. So we're always enthusiastic about coming to a Duke game. It's we always are here and wanting to watch a Duke game, and that's kind of the. And when it's random teams, it doesn't really work, which is also why I don't do other college basketball games. I just keep it squarely on Duke. Because I just don't have the time, but even if I did, it's not really as it wouldn't be as fun for me, and this is just more like a fun thing. So Proctor comes down with a rebound off the short miss there, and Whitehead is going to spot up for 3. That shot's way too long, actually. A lot of arc on that one, but doesn't go. Bellarmine quick to come down the court here. Here's Sutter, who's going to spot that one up for 3. That doesn't go either. Grandison with that rebound, and it's still a 15-point game here for the Blue Devils. Duke with 6 offensive rebounds. Yeah, I'm not sure we're getting to 19 today. Although to be fair, we haven't missed as much as we have in the previous games. Oh, jeez. What the heck? I'm getting what? audio is happening? Okay, that was incredibly random. I don't know. I had just a bunch of random audio in my in my ear. That was incredibly random. Oh, I know. There we go. All right, I know what it's at. All right, we've hit the under 12 timeout. So let's make sure we got the stats right. I'm shortchanging one of our Blue Devils here on points. Somebody's got 2 more points than I think they should have. 2, 2, 6, 8, 6, 11, 4, 8. It's Mark Mitchell who's got 8. All right, but back down on the ground. You're getting heavy. It's like going on 35 pounds here. Back down, back down, back down. There you go. Nice job. All right. Yes, in the foul situation, we have actually 3 on Derek and 1 across the board. Flakes has 1. Roach. Grandison's got 1. Mitchell and Filipowski. All right, and then on the Bellarmine side, the points are correct. Sutter's got 3, 2. Hatton's got 1? No. Thielen's got 1. Okay, there we go. Now our foul situation is accurate. All right. Okay, so 60 to 45. Basically, Bellman tried to make this thing interesting. We double the lead, and this is where we are at. I don't know, the last couple of minutes have kind of just been this like back and forth, like trading a bunch of baskets, trading a couple misses here and there. Hasn't been the most lively of basketball. But Duke's still holding on to this lead. And actually, this is actually quite comfortable at this point, I think. Like, I'm not all that concerned. Although, I don't know if Bellarmine is going to go away. Like, they're a good team. And you got Bellarmine, they're shooting 45% from the field, 19 of 42. So they can definitely hit shots. Duke is up at 48.8 right now, though. So doing a bit better there. And the three-pointers, threes are still doing really well for us, actually. We're at 13 of 29. So let that sink in. Out of the 41 shots we've taken, 29 of them have been from 3. That's like, this game looks completely backwards to our other games through our first like 4 games of the season, right? Where we're like just pounding it inside. Just crazy amounts of points in the paint. The 3-ball hit or miss a little bit. But yeah. And actually, sort of this ACC Big Ten tournament matchups like keeps getting more and more interesting, right? Oh, it's a beautiful look by Grandison. Because you get Virginia up there who has to go to Michigan, like play on the road in Ann Arbor. My guess is that they probably lose that one. And then we have us against Ohio State, obviously. And then, yeah, Carolina's got to, well, Michigan State is going to have to play too, but they're the ranked team in that affair. And then Carolina's got to play its game, which they'll probably lose, to be honest. This is Betts. And now Sutter making a drive at Proctor, well defended. Way to move his feet laterally. Now Bellarmine has 6 seconds on the shot clock as Betts try to make something happen going left. Little leaner off the glass there. We have a foul called under the bucket, and it looks like it's going to be called against Lively. Yeah, honestly, I just saw a bunch of hard play there. I don't really know why there's like what would necessitate a foul in that situation. And first free throw is good for Bellarmine. And the second one goes as well. Let's see. Yeah. All right, so still a 15-point margin here for the Blue Devils. 9:22 to go in the game. Roach over to Grandison. Extra pass to Proctor, but Proctor can't hit it. Wide open look. Good look. Great ball movement. Nope. Proctor 1-1. Defending. Pretty good defense here. Oh, he's going to get called for the... Oh, he's going to get called for the stupid little hand check there. Garrett Tipton with the and one as Proctor picks up his second. Like the little hand on the shooting arm. Ugh. Brutal. Okay. Tipton gets the and one, and it's a 12-point game. Proctor dribbling around the outside. Grandison now flip. Oh, flip almost moved that pivot foot. Lively. Over back to flip. Screens for flip. Oh, with a beautiful look. Oh, and he can't finish it. Oh, and he looks like he might be hurt. Or he hit the ground hard, but he's actually okay, thankfully, and Bellarmine's going to throw it away. Oof. Lively hit the ground hard. Damn. Okay, well, no, he's okay. He's okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Nobody's injured. Oh. He just he gets up and just goes down the court. I love it. Ryan Young in the game now as a substitute. Mitchell, Young, Filipowski, Roach, Proctor. Mitchell looking for an option. We had both big men on either side of the paint there. Filipowski on the left, Ryan Young on the right. And here's Roach, who's going to put up a deep three. That hits the front iron. Filipowski with the offensive board right back to Roach. And Roach is going to dive in there. He's got a knack for the ball. Those rebounds. He's got it totally sniffed out as, yes, that does put Roach into double figures for this game. Whelan trying to go up and around Filipowski, and Filipowski just looks big and disrupts the shot. Proctor driving over to Roach, back to Proctor, over to Roach. Extra pass out to Mitchell, right in front of the crazy section. Oh, it doesn't go. Filipowski saves it, and Proctor's going to go for three. No, doesn't go either. Oh, my goodness. Wide open shot after wide open shot just doesn't go down. It's like a bad layup line. Oof. Rip. That's disappointing. 7 minutes to go here in the second. And Tipton with the fadeaway jump shot. Proctor almost comes down with the defensive board, but he can't as Bellarmine resets this. And Sutter over to Tipton. Oh, he runs. That should be a charge. Yes, it's a charge. That's his third. There it is. Nice. Okay, let's rewind this because this lively, the lively play is actually beautiful big to big passing. Like, this is cool. So let me just make sure I have the right play. Okay. Yeah, I think I do. Okay. All right, here we go. So here's cool. This is cool. This is how this one is set up. Ready? So I'm going to go over here. Okay, Grandison over to flip. Back to Proctor. Stop it. Okay. Look at the setup. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bellarmine defenders. This guy should be guarding Grandison, and this is Roach's man down here. Okay. So I think this guy's going to try and recover over to Grandison. Anyway, it doesn't really factor into the play that much. You're going to see Proctor is going to point to the ground and tell Lively to come up and screen. All right, so here we go. There's the point. Is right there. Yeah, and Lively's going to come up and screen this, or he's just going to get the ball, actually. Now he's going to give it to Flip. Okay, and then he's going to pass, and he's going to screen for him. And this is basic pick and roll. I mean, it doesn't get much simpler than this because this is actually two big men playing basic pick and roll, which is actually kind of hilarious and amazing at the same time. Lively is just going to pass, pick, roll hard, flip, beautiful. I mean, he doesn't make it, but like, I mean, it's all there except for the final lay-in. Like, this is that was set up really nicely. And for the bigs to do that themselves, that's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Whew, man, I am hitting the sack right after this game. I did not sleep very much last night. All right. But yeah, very cool play there. And we've got Grandison and Filipowski are tied for 13 points apiece. Let's see if there's anybody on a double watch because we have been getting a decent number of boards. Actually, neither Duke, well, Bellarmine is taking one free throw this half. Duke is not taking any free throws this half. We are still 7 of 7. That's a full carryover from the first. All right. Rebounds, no. The highest rebounding is 6 for Ryan Young and 6 for Tyrese Proctor. And assists, anybody have? No, Roach has 4. Mitchell has 3. Okay. So no real double watch unless Proctor ends up getting a few more. Then we could put him on double watch. But here we go. Roach now with Proctor on the bench, it's Roach, Blakes, Young, Grandison, and Mitchell. Very different look here for Duke. Now this is back to 2 sort of pure guards. And now Ryan Young trying to do his best Filipowski impression, kicks it back outside to Roach, extra pass to Grandison. Grandison back outside to Roach, takes a step, a foot inside the three-point line, and Ryan Young tries to go up for the offensive board, and he is fouled. He is fouled, and we'll go to the free throw line. Just as I said, we hadn't taken any free throws in this half. Oh no, we are actually baseline inbounds here. Grandison. Blakes. High screen here by Ryan Young, and he rolls, but doesn't. We don't hit him with the pass. Blake's now again, and Blake's just gonna split the 2 defenders at the top of the key, and he will connect. Looks like Bellarmine is starting to throw a zone of sorts at us. Let's take a closer look on the next possession. They were definitely in man before. 5:41 to go here in the second. That three-point shot at Bellarmine is no good as the 3 seems to have left them for now. 16 points here for Duke is the advantage. No, they're still playing, man. They're at it, so boxing 1. Yeah, Roach to Grandison. Roach extra pass over to Mitchell. Traveled? I don't know about that. I don't know about that travel. Sutter looking for opportunity, and this is Whelan now going left. Ryan Young, good recovery, and the extra pass there. Ooh, Hoff gets as 11 tonight. It's a good cut right down the middle of the lane. It's a better find, actually, by the Bellarmine player. Yeah, every time we have just a little lapse in defensive assignment or defensive like judgment, boom, Bellarmine's making you pay for it. Roach can't make inroads here. Now Ryan Young. And there's the double team. They try to strip it, but it's baseline out of bounds for Duke with 1.3 on the shot clock. Okay, well, he definitely carried that on the replay, so yeah. Step back jumper from Roach is no good, but Filipowski is fouled. He's fouled on his way up. All right, let's get ourselves up here. Let's get ourselves stood up for the final 4:23. Filipowski at the free throw line with a chance to extend the game high points lead. There we go. So flip with 14. There we go. And he actually missed the second one. Wow. Rare miss. Bellarmine now only down 15 here as this is Huff over to Betts, over to Wieland. And Wieland is going to try to work on Proctor, and he will score over Proctor. He has 8. You know what? Decent defense from Proctor, just better offense. I don't really have a problem with how that worked. I mean, Proctor stood his ground. He was vertical. He didn't get a foul, so don't know adding the N1 there. Filipowski tries to roll and cut towards the basket. And now it's just him, and he reverses this ball out to Blake's. Blake's going to have to put a really tough shot. Oh, it hits the iron, but it doesn't go. And now Bellarmine is out in transition. 3 to bring it within 10. Let's see what they got here as we tick to 3:15 left on the clock. Proctor once again guarding Wieland. Pretty good move by Proctor, and yes, he gets the rebound. Great defense by Proctor. I thought that was going in for sure. Like that was like, no way. But love it. All right, and we've hit the under 4 timeout with 3:02 left in the game. The next time after these set of commercials, I think we will end up taking it the distance. Just checking the summary here. Yeah, it's 14 for Filipowski. That's right. That is correct. 226. Blake's has 6. All right. No. Blake's has 8. That's right. 10, 6, 13. Yeah, okay. All right, we're good. Well, chat, look, it's been a pretty good game, actually. It's actually been decently close. Like, they've held us at, like, arm's length pretty well. And we just haven't really been able to pull away. Like, we've strung some runs together. We've gotten double-digit leads up to 16 or up to 17, and then it just, like, comes right back down. Like, there isn't... we're not really looking for that knockout punch. Yeah, which is a little unfortunate, but hey, I mean, we are going to win the game. And should be coming back from commercials shortly. Well, welcome in once again, everybody. Last 3 minutes of the game here tonight against Bellarmine, the final tune-up game before we get to the PK80 Championship out in Portland. As I mentioned, we will all enjoy our Thanksgiving. We will watch the game, but I will not be streaming it, I don't think. I'll let you guys know if the plans change. We'll follow. Just follow on Discord, and if we don't stream, make sure just to put your thoughts in Discord as you're watching the game, and I will be actively responding to folks posting in the Discord throughout the game. So we can also do that too. All right. Yeah, the 3-point shot has been set up really well. And it's always like we're always taking those threes off of the extra pass. Like if you look, especially when we're going around the perimeter, it's not the first pass. It's not the player who receives the first pass that gets the three. It's the player who receives the second pass that's the one that's taking the three. So it's always off the hockey assist there. And with 3 minutes to go here and 13 points, I have a feeling that if we're slightly able to salt this away, that we might see some subs, but I don't know. Oh my god. What is that? Tipton is literally like grabbing Filipowski's shirt and it doesn't matter. Just does not matter. 3-pointer is a quick 3-point shot by Bellarmine, and Filipowski will tap that out. And actually, he will be called for a foul because he put the Bellarmine player on the floor. That's okay. Good finish, but even within contact, though. Yeah. Bellarmine misses the front end of the 1-and-1. And Duke just content to play some K-ball, or I guess we have to call it S-ball, Shire ball? What do we have to call it now? Just take the air out of the game. You don't have to win by 20 or 25. You just got to salt it away right here. Duke by 15, and we have another push there is that Tipton? Yeah, I have that down as his fourth. And Filipowski will go to the free throw line. This is 1-and-1. One. And Filipowski makes them both. He has 17 points. I don't know. I'm trying to think back, like in recent memory, if we've had a freshman that's like come out and just. I mean, I guess yeah, Zion and RJ, but like, man. I mean, we knew about those ones, right? Like. Bellarmine going deep in the shot clock again, even though they really don't have time to spare. This turnaround jump shot's no good, and Filipowski's got that rebound is off the Johnson miss. And this is probably going to be enough to just salt the game away. It's 17-point advantage here to the Blue Devils, which we won't cover the spread, but that's okay. 90 seconds to go as we wind things down here on this Monday night. It got interesting though, chat. Like Bellarmine got it to like within 8 twice, and Duke kind of survived it and just kept pushing out. And Grandison will hit 3 again, cause why not? 16 points for him, 17 for Flip. 60 seconds to go. Betts, Huff. Oh, way to stay in front. And Filipowski has hit the deck after going after the loose ball. I mean, what effort? What else do you need to see from this kid? It's amazing. Yes! The guy's got 17 points on the night. He's got 6 rebounds, 17 points, and he's diving on the ground for loose balls like the score is tied. I mean, come on. Amazing. Amazing. He's got 18 points. Yeah, like the game is over for all intents and purposes. The game is over. And Filipowski's still hitting the deck. And there's another rebound by Filipowski. Why would the ref have words with Filipowski, man? What are you doing? Like, just get on the floor and, like, it's a loose ball. I think that's going to be it. We're just going to salt this away. We'll probably take the shot here as there's about a 12-second game clock, shot clock differential. Roach going into the paint, kick it out. Filipowski is open if they want him, but it actually go to open Grandison. Oh, Filipowski was kind for the rebound. Imagine if he hit that and just slammed it down. He was going for the tomahawk dunk, or actually the two-handed overhead dunk. That would have been something else. And the three-pointer there for Ben Johnson is good. And yes, this is going to finish 74 to 57. Duke, we're just going to wrap this one up here. Love it. Huh. But in any case, there you go. I think player of the game is going to have to go to Flip, like for this one. Although Grandison also put up 16, which is very respectable, by the way. It's like very, very good. But I'm going to give the nod to Flip, who just continues to impress game after game here. Let's do a quick recap of the final stats, and then we will sign off for the night as it's getting late. Overall, Duke ends up with 74 points, shooting 45.5% from the field on 22 of 55. And over half of the made baskets, 14 of them, in fact, came from three. Wow, 14 of 35. We were actually getting great ball movement, great action off of the passes that opened up a lot of three-point shots, and our guys just knocked them down. Our guys just ended up knocking them down. And that really is the big difference in the game. If you look at the total the total number of field goals is 23 makes for Bellarmine to 25 makes from Duke, and yet we have a 17-point disparity because Duke ends up making 14 three-pointers. Bellarmine only makes up making 6. So there's 8 points right there. And then we also went 10 of 11 from the free throw line, with Bellarmine only went 5 of 18 of 6. So we got it done at the lines tonight, both the three-point line and the free throw line. We're shooting 91% from the free throw line there. And by the way, we got it done on the boards. Another 37 rebounds here for the Blue Devils, 11 of them being offensive rebounds. Not quite the 19 offensive rebound average, but that still very, very respectable. 18 assists off 25 makes. And then the turnovers were actually pretty even for both teams, 7 and 6. So 7 turnovers for Bellarmine and 8 turnovers rather for our Blue Devils. So both teams managing to take care of the ball decently well. So look, that's going to be it for us tonight. Of course, the other standouts here, we had Hoff and Suter for 11 points apiece over on the Bellarmine side. For our Blue Devils, we had 3 Blue Devils in double figures. Filipowski leading the way with 18 on 4 of 8 shooting, 3 of 5 from 3, and 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Grandison next up with 16 points. Breakout game, really, for him. This is the most he scored on 6 of 9 shooting and 4 of 7 from 3 he was hitting. And Roach, 4 of 10. He's got 10, and actually 10 points and 5 assists to go along with that. No Blue Devil scored in double figures in the rebounding category, though Philip had 8, as did Proctor, and then Young had 7. So, in any case, very good. That, I think, is going to be it for the time being here tonight on the broadcast. Right at 10:30, we finish right up on time. Quick game, actually. But look, hey, I appreciate everybody hanging around tonight, especially all the regulars, Keon, Timmy, Esbrute, Fry, who's been around in chat, and who else? We had a bunch of folks here tonight. Always fun to hang around with y'all. Everybody have a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Please eat lots of turkey. If we don't see each other on Thursday, then watch the Duke game with your fam. We will see each other on Friday when you can watch it with me and the internet family. And until then, happy Thanksgiving and go Duke. Cheers and good night.